Well, hello, collective. Hello, stars. It is the Mermaid. How's everyone been doing? I'll give you a little update with my new schedule that I upload content. Spirit has me doing different um, activities per se. But in the meantime, I've been repotting my plants. I have some projects that I'm working on, getting lots of rest, and that's just stuff I'm doing around the house and in my life. But Spirit has me, um, star seeds like myself. We have had serious magical certain parts of our gifts have been blocked because other people were using them, correct? Yes. And so I have clairsentient, clairvoyance, clairaudience, and claircognizance, and they've never been able to come to shut off my clairvoyance, obviously. Ha ha ha. Otherwise, I wouldn't have access to my intuition. Okay. Um, but Spirit is giving me. It's like basic training or something. Um, Spirit gives me a download, and I am, yeah. It's like going to Professor Xavier showing you how to use your, yes, very much so, your powers. And I get my regular downloads, but and they'll say, okay, I'm giving how I need you to use only this particular spiritual gift to interpret um, what happened here. What do you see? Because when you use all your clairs together, you're pretty much not only Professor Xavier, but you're all the X-Men together. And the 1% and whatever, they've been afraid of that. Yeah, they've been afraid because that was, yeah, that's what they've, the main government, the main reason, um, like Trask and in X Men was able to get funding is fear mongering. They're stronger than us. They have certain powers. We have to be able to protect yourself from whom? In the X Men, they certainly didn't address the spiritual part of it, but God gave us these abilities for a reason, my dear. A reason. All right. I've talked about inner, so that's one thing that I'm working on, and it's quite interesting. And I'm like, oh, and yes, we are angels, and we're meant to teach, and we will teach. I have this beautiful coffee martini candle. It smells delightful in here. I have the wind chimes going, and we are rolling out our chakra inner child healing module. Okay? Your first chakra is your root chakra, and I'll show you in a minute. I have these beautiful cards. It has 20 questions on each side. It comes in English and Spanish. I will post um, pictures of both sides. Part of working through our healing journey is for us to go inward and do the work. Okay? So you're to go through however long it takes you and answer the 20 questions. You can't lie to yourself, so please don't do that. Okay, and there are no shortcuts to healing. This was actually yeah, so these cards came, I bought a board game. I thought it was ingenious. So this is how when we are born, we are balls of energy and light. Okay? Energy and light. And this is our root chakra. We'll start with this module. You have to. When you join a secret society, a fraternity, a lot of religious orders, fraternities, any Greek organizations, a lot of professional organizations, a lot of memberships to churches. One of the biggest Masonic cult in the world is the church. And you know which church is the richest? The Catholics, Jesuits and such and whatever. So, yeah, when you join, and most people aren't invited into the back room and the different rituals that they do, but we heal, and then we continue to heal by staying grounded and showing gratitude. But what a lot of them do is they have these SE, choose a letter, constant there, parties and whatever, excuse me, I will not be silenced. And they force their intuition open. And it doesn't work like that. Anyway, this is your root chakra. This is your sacral chakra. This is your solar plexus. These are your three money making chakras, and you have to be healthy. You have to be healed in order to manifest the way you're intended to. We have our beautiful heart, our throat, our third eye, and our crown. Yes? Yes. Let me read what it says here. The root chakra. Your root chakra connects you with your family, community, and society. It is formed in the first 7 years of life. Okay? Improving this chakra will reduce your stress, help you rest, and feel better connected with family, friends, and society. Well, I would like to add that you cannot heal where you were hurt. So if you were SA'd, if you have a family member or parent that knew about it and they still willingly choose to communicate and invite your abuser to family functions, you have to cut that person off, even if that person is your parent, if you choose to heal. So you probably, most of us, the families that we're born into, whether you were adopted like me, you're not meant to stay with these people. They're starter families. Your real family is your soul family. And so basically your root chakra, and I will give you some examples of people who have damaged, unhealed root chakras. If any trauma that is received in the root chakra from ages 0 to 7 must be healed through inner examination and grounding and self-love. Claro. Okay. If you want to do a screenshot of it now, wait, let's do it. So it's pretty dark in here today. I don't know why. I have a ring light and another light. And here it is in Spanish. Okay. That is that, and that is beautiful. Is it not? It is. What a wonderful thing that you can do for self is the Master Self-Love, Self-Healing crystal is the rose quartz. Some of y'all are crafty, honey, but Spirit told me I have this bag. I use it for my bats. Sometimes I don't want to, my herbs and such. So let's start there. If you have something like this, you can take a self-love Spiritual bath, you take 1.5 cups of Epsom salts and 6 to 8 drops of rose essential oil. Again, this is not legal, this is not medical or health advice, it's only for informational purposes and entertainment purposes only. If you know you have an allergy or if you have an unknown allergy, always do a skin test. How do you do a skin test? 2 essential oils. You just take a little cup with 2 drops or 1 drop of oil, stick a finger in there. If you get a reaction, you have some type of allergen to roses. Okay? All right. If you want to up the ante and you have some a lot of us that do crafts and different things, if you have some rosebuds, you, put 2 tablespoons in here, draw the string, and drop it in your bath. Okay? And when you do your self-healing bath, these are water soluble. You can put a rose quartz in there, and then, believe it or not, with the intention of healing the root chakra or any chakra, you don't be surprised. Strong feelings and emotions may come up. You may cry in there. You may do your affirmations in there because you're releasing. Okay, and it's very cathartic when I know for me, when the water goes down, all your worries or anything attached to any of these feelings, release it. You've carried it long enough. Okay? I was supposed to bring my, my little mini ritual cards. You can put, if you have, or you can, let's put one of these. Can I fit these in here? Spirits like never fear. Underdog is here. Okay. All right. So the ritual cards would fit in here perfectly. Another thing you can do on a daily basis is to put a small card deck in here and pull a self-love card. And this, look on this, see? Love. God is not playing. God's like, it's time for people to heal. Yes, your mother knew that man was touching you. Yes. Your father knew that woman he got together with mistreated you and treated you like Cinderella, but she was pretty and she did things to him sexually, and he put his sexual needs over your well-being. That's just what it is. I'm not telling you don't have to love your father. Sure, you can love him, but he ain't shit. And there it is. I love my father, but he isn't shit. He isn't willing to talk about the abuse he allowed in my life as a child, and therefore I close this chapter, I release, and I choose to no longer, he's part of the abuse, so you cannot continue with him, okay? You can write out a bunch of affirmations, so every day or whenever you need to, you can put a bunch of affirmations in here. You can write out some affirmations, or you could print them out and cut them up and pull a ritual card and pull an affirmation. I love and appreciate myself. I am confident. Whichever ones, there are tons on the internet. Go ahead and do so. But God is really, really, I know me, get going on the root chakra module so more and more people can heal. All right, so these are some examples of people that have unhealed root chakras. Let's say, for instance, you're in a relationship with someone and, I don't know, gender, but you know this person is loving and kind to you and your children, which is good. But whenever you go out to a restaurant, or any type of a service type of environment. They're very rude to the wait staff. They are very impatient with the waitress. They complain a lot that they've had to wait too long. If you, I don't know, if you go golfing or, you take the kids to any type of sports activity, there's always some type of an agitation that they publicly display. So public as agitation, which is a form of anxiety. They're rude. They're rude to people they feel is beneath them. And I'm sure this person is also a tad loud in public. This is a person that has an unhealed root chakra. Okay? Anxiety, they definitely didn't get enough love and attention, or positive love and attention, excuse me. Um, when they were a child, they need to heal. And you need to look at that, because one of these days they will turn that type of attitude towards you and the children. And right now it's cute and whatever, but in some ways, there's no way they can completely turn that off at home. This person is a trained narcissist, so you know, or maybe they're not a full blown narcissist, but they're selfish, so they know how to manipulate the people around them to get what they want. But that's one instance. The person in your life, the person you're dating, how do they treat people when you go to a restaurant? How do they treat people? This is the type of person that would make sure that they throw around how much money they have. They're flashy, they're loud, they're brash. You know, is this the person? I know you love them, but is this the person that you should have in your life at this time? The answer is no, in my opinion. Um, they have a long road of healing, um, and believe it or not, you're carrying a lot of their emotional load, and that's, weighing you down. Another example, Spirit wanted me to, oh, yes, thank you. So, a person that behaves like this, when they go out to the restaurant, they're flashy, they're loud. Oh, no, that's the second example. So, the second example is, okay, so the first example is a person that's well on their way to narcissism. That's one way that unhealed root chakra shows up. The second way is a people pleaser. Okay, the same. It's the same. The people pleaser as an adult did not receive positive reinforcements, positive attention as a child, and neither one of these scenarios the people felt safe. They had overly critical, verbally, emotionally, mental abusive parents, and they learn to walk on eggshells. This manifests as an adult to be an oversharer and overdoer, which is a form of people pleasing. And they certainly need to address it, and they may have the opposite type of personality than the first scenario. They may order, let's say they go to a restaurant, they order orange chicken, and they bring them, beef and broccoli. Instead of saying this isn't what I ordered, they don't want to cause a fuss. They'll just eat it. They'll just accept what's given, because that's how they were trained as a child. I don't want to get an extra beating. I don't want to. You learn to channel your emotions to the people around you. Yes, you're the adults or the people around you, the people in charge, because you're a child, as to not receive um, more alienation or more pain. Okay, and that too needs to be addressed in your root. Yeah, that also needs to uh, be addressed. A third scenario, and I know in a lot of Black and BIPOC communities, this is very evident. There's someone who, um, like we said, they had negative attention. They weren't emotionally safe as a child, and they are the bitter auntie. So, the church elder, Tia, she always has something critical to say about what these children are wearing. That girl's too fast. She never has anything positive to say. She probably was physically and essayed as a child, and it's not her fault. She has, refused to heal, refused to address her childhood, and she wants to carry the pain and give it all and project her pain onto others. And people avoid her like the plague, because literally when people say that, people with this type of emotional pain, being around them is painful to your spirit. Be careful the people you have around you. I recently heard somebody who was lamenting that these young ladies are too hypersexual, and what happened to the young women, what happened to the young women that loved and respected themselves, and blah and blah and blah and blah. What do you mean what happened? Nothing happened. She doesn't approve of some of the clothing choices. Or nobody asked. No, did Vogue or some other major nobody asked you to be who nobody called you to be a fashion consultant, baby. And name one asked you to be a fashion consultant anywhere. Look at her. She probably gonna end up pregnant. You know what? She has eggs, and at some point she may decide to become a mother. That is her choice. Ugh. Very, very annoying. Very annoying. And so Spirit said these are the type of people, when they don't heal, they become energy vampires. Okay? So you can attend a family function, you're happy, you bring delicious food, and you notice within a half an hour of your kids, okay, perfect example. You and your kids go to a family reunion, this auntie's there, you go inside to say hello, the kids are in the living room, that auntie's in there, the kids were happy, they were on their, I don't know, they were on their phones, whatever, and literally within 5 minutes of you coming out, your kids look sullen. They're sad. They're ready to go. Because being around an energy vampire, yes, that's how they survive. If you're unhealed, you have to be vampiric. And especially young people, their energy is, vibrant. So she loves to antagonize young people and make them feel bad and criticize them, because it makes her feel better, and she'll feel better about herself. I don't care if it's your mother or your auntie. And I'm not blaming this mother either. But your aunt ain't shit. Let the kids nod their head. They don't even have to speak. Let them go with you, baby. You come from an effed up family. If you still choose to go around every now and again, the kids, don't let those kids out of your eyesight. Don't do it. So those are 3 examples of unhealed root chakra. And also, if you work if your work supervisor, they're never appreciative, of the caliber of work you do, even though they know another way that people who have unhealed root um, are vampiric and they keep you stuck when you yourself may be a people pleaser. So you have example 1 and 3. You have a vampire, a narcissist, and a people pleaser. They all need their root healed, and often the people pleaser will end up with a person that's vampiric or the narcissist empath dynamic. Okay, all right. Until one of y'all, well, the narcissist won't, but rarely, but the people pleaser will raise their vibration, get on their healing path, and never allow that foolishness again. But yes, narcissists, employers, lovers, friends, and such, they know how valuable you are, but they downplay it to keep you stuck in place so that you don't ascend and leave them behind. But you always you left them behind when you were born because they choose not to heal. So let's choose some self love. Yeah, some love notes. We'll choose some love notes. We'll put one of these lovely oracle cards on there and one tarot each, and I will close this lovely session. I hope everyone's doing well and trusting their intuition. Yes, a lot of people weren't allowed to have fun. Didn't play sports as a child. They don't know how to swim. If you weren't allowed to do something as a child and you still want to do it. So that's what this means too. Okay, yeah, maybe your parents didn't have enough money for you to join a sports, and instead of just being honest, they would say, "Well, you're not shit anyway. Why would I spend my money?" Why would you say that? Oh boy. All right. What else do you want to say, Spirit? Huh. Oh my goodness. Well. Something bigger is on the way. Okay, something bigger is on the way. Somebody asked for help, and here she comes. Oh yeah. It'll make it easy. That's right. I have this. Thank you, Spirit. Spirit's like, yeah, you have the thing. Yeah, make it easier for you to see. I'll put this here. Help is on the way. Get outside and play. Might want to take a little road trip there. You're going to meet some new people is what they're saying. Yes. Take a little trip or just unplug. Take a day off or two. Whatever. I don't do reversals in this. Keep loving yourself and honoring your emotions. Let's take a couple more. Shall we? Just one, please. Just one. Oh, I wanted to address, I don't know, somebody that I grew up with. Someone that I grew up with, or that knows me. They're, they know me, kind of. I don't know. It could have been in a class or something. And they're like, how in the HE hockey sticks does she know the things she knows? Because I agreed to do a mission for the Most High Yeshua before I came to earth. Okay? I am different than other people. The reason why is the reason why I've had military grade energy weapons directed at my temple, is the reason why I've had illegal monitoring in my home. I've been followed by the FBI and the CIA. I know them. There are a couple people that I know them. I seen them. And I'm psychic. What the? Yeah, but so they stopped. I mentioned it like a year ago, so they stopped using those black Lincoln cards. Oh my God, so obvious. Yes, my dear, I am a reincarnation from Egypt, okay? The people who built the pyramids were my people, the Palladians, okay? It's true. The aliens did. We look like humans, but we're not. Okay? Take some time out for yourself. Forgive yourself for any relationship or decisions you made when your heart chakra wasn't fully intact. Okay, that's really important for people when they go through this spiritual healing. How could I have dated that person? And ew, I had a baby with her. And ew, calm down. Calm down. Yes, you made a decision that your spirit was more important than what you were taught as a child. I know I did. Yes, and you know what? As you heal yourself, people see your glow and like, oh, you look nice. Oh, I like that dress. Thank you. Oh, I was looking so cute yesterday. Oh my goodness. Yeah, people were staring at me. Well, I'm kind of used to it now. You're present. That means that you well, this is really important too because the dragonfly is about transformation. You you know, you're loyal to yourself. I can be my own best friend, be myself now. Somebody's getting ready to meet some new people. They're getting ready to travel. I'm looking at the energy in the cards, and they're going to meet somebody that I don't know if this is a relationship or business, but get ready, get ready, get ready. Yes, your intuition is on point. Get it on point, get it on point. Come on, what else? Two more. Yes, and your money's about to change, baby. I'm not saying you don't have any money. I don't know why I need to preface that, but yes, it's going to change because you've shown gratitude. So it doesn't matter if you're a millionaire. If you have shown gratitude for what you have and you have, you're going to get a new form of blessings or you might get more money. Okay, I don't know. But look what's over here. Seriously, some new abundance is coming, okay? Abundance comes in all forms, all right? All right. Okay, final of the love notes. Ooh, yes, it looks good on you. You keep that up. You look sweet. All right. Okay. I'll take three. Take three. Three. Oh, how did I learn to read shells? I read shells in my former life, many lifetimes. I've been in one of my life, people would travel continents just to have me read shells, and I learned to read shells in my dreams because my ancestors showed me. Somebody is trusting themselves, which means again, look, it goes right here for listen. You are um, following your intuition perfectly. And then we see forgiveness, which just means closure and healing. Thank you. That's all forgiveness is. It's just healing. And then, oh, wow, look at this. Synchronicities? I think so. I think so. And three, I will take three. Confidence, synchronicities. When you get synchronicities, which is like deja vu, something huge is coming your way. Oh, Spirit wanted me. Spirit said, I have some project I'm working on to grab this egg. Okay, so we're in the season of spring. Okay, and Ostara, which is what the holiday of Easter is based off of focusing on eggs and coloring the eggs. That is has nothing to do with the church. The church all of the holidays that you celebrate is based on pagan holidays, and people were already celebrating the pagan holidays, and they said, well, which makes sense in a way, instead of reinventing the wheel, we'll just rename it. But that's the issue. You have to give credit. Had they given credit to Ostara, they wanted to vilify spirituality while they profited from it, and that's an issue. So, um, somebody is birthing something new and beautiful. Okay, right? Yeah, three of yeah. On the bottom, just on the bottom, is showing that you stood up to some people that thought they could continue to play with you, and that was a failure. Again, some people don't want to see you happy. I don't know why. Anyone's happiness is your business. Three cards, please. The first card out is Queen of Cups, and I'm using this Queen of Cups and trust. People trust you, you're wise, and you're intuitive. Oh, I just had something at the tip of my tongue. It will come back to me. It will come back to me. Nothing you love is ever lost. That is Alice Walker. Oh, two of my favorite female authors. The lovely Bell Hooks, may she rest in peace. When I heard she passed, oh my God, I'm still in denial. And my second is, of course, the lovely Alice Walker. She has a book. Anything you truly love can be saved. Anything we truly love can be saved. Okay. Yes. This is a marriage card, but and possibly, but somebody who is intuitive and loving has been recognized. Oh, and you are going to join a group. Okay, you're going to, and somebody wanted you blocked. Block yourself. Yes, they didn't want you to get the contract, but it's yours because God said so, and it is so. Okay, our final tarot card, please. Oh, that's what I wanted to say. In many of my past lives, I mentioned before that I've been Chinese, and I lived around China. Most Chinese and African for sure. And I, as a child, it frustrated my teachers, but I like to read from right to left. And I noticed I started doing that with my tarot readings. I know it's not customary for the West, but I like to read from east to west. All right. Yeah, somebody wanted to, again, look, kill your confidence. I don't know what they did. You would know, but one more. Somebody wanted to kill your confidence of somebody that's loving and intuitive. They didn't want you to come into union with yourself. They certainly didn't want you to continue moving forward. That you would have this partnership, and they did a lot of sabotage. Twit twit. I had a bit of adventure yesterday. Oh my gosh, I had this not new. I replenished my coffee stack, and there's a Vietnamese coffee that I absolutely love, and I didn't even have cafe yet. What the heck? Yes, but that's it. You don't have to refute lies that people say unless it's defamation of character in a court of law. But see, we started here with the Queen of Cups, which is a sweetheart. Okay, everyone can see who you are and what the truth is, and the truth about whom you are, even with the slander campaign. And this is my prosperity new portal um, card, and this person. Okay, oh my gosh, why is it always so? Somebody wanted. Okay, you are going to work with somebody that's very very wealthy, okay, presently. And somebody went above and beyond, even had you poisoned or wanted you poisoned, and they certainly wanted you KILLED. Well, well, never mind. Yeah, these got to cover up patata. Okay, so they wanted to stop a divine union. How? You see the chariot? If you get in front of a chariot, what's going to happen? You're going to get mowed over. Somebody didn't like your confidence, and they didn't want you with him because you don't look like her and all that type of foolishness. And they look on the bottom here. I just want to let y'all know how this works. And they rushed in with a smear campaign. She probably worked with him or dated him in the past and does divination, and she's in regret because you see here, those spirits are coming for her. And this is somebody he dated in the past. And I'll end it here. There's no need to go any further. That's the absolute truth. The root. The root. Your root is on fire. Please ignore me. I have not had any coffee. Yes, it doesn't matter. You're responsible for your behavior and the things you say and do. Don't let anybody say, "Oh, I didn't have coffee yet. I'm sorry that I was a little short with you." It'll be the last time. It'll be the last time. I know it's time for coffee because this candle smells just like coffee. Okay, we are working on our root chakra. I will post on the community board if you haven't screenshotted it. I will post those to the community board, and I have some videos to upload as well today because today's Thursday. I believe is the 27th of March, and we have shit to do, and we will do it well. Stay in this energy. I will see you on the next one. Take care of